It's kind of the untold stories of the tiny house. I was 21. I designed the building. I had just bought our trailer the trailer that we built the tiny house on when I met Justin. And in the first week I knew him, I brought him out to the trailer and I showed it to him. We sat on this empty trailer and I kind of watched to see what his reaction was, because at this point we were kind of deciding we were going to see each other, and I wondered how he was taking to the idea of living in a house that was 85 square feet. And we had the shell up at that point, and I moved in with Justin. We got our 2 cats, Malbec and Frankie, and life was going really good. Had kind of a job hiccup for Justin, and we really weren't sure what was going to come up and what was going to happen. So we made the decision to put in our notice and move out of our apartment and just take the plunge and move into the tiny house. So we'd wanted to have more things done, a toilet, a shower, a kitchen. So that's really where the fun starts, because you really don't know how much you need a toilet or a shower or a kitchen until you don't have them. I would say actually the shower, you don't know how much you don't need it until you don't have it, because it's really not necessary. Super nice to take a shower and to clean up and to be able to clean yourself, but you don't need it. The toilet, however, a version of waste control, is super necessary. So we didn't have the money for our Incinelette, going to be $2,300 total. So we were saving, and in December we would have been able to get our toilet. And without a toilet, you're forced to find these new ways to get rid of your poop and pee. That we pooped in bags. We pooped in plastic bags that were like this. Sometimes we put a little cat litter in the bottom. Sometimes we put some dirty paper towels that we'd already used, little pieces of paper that had come in the mail. But there was nothing fancy about it. We couldn't have a compost toilet. We weren't on our own property. So we just had, you cannot go to a gas station every time you have to poop. You know, we went bathroom tons of places, but you have to go bathroom at home. So we're on our friend's property. An amenity that we have is we have like a room that's probably a few yards away that has a sink in it, and then we also have this dumpster that he'll take to the dump every month or so. So, and just like that, we would put them in with our other garbage and just constantly wondering, is that something he's going to ask us about? And one day he did. He asked us, where do you guys poop? And I didn't tell him that we pooped in the bags. You just don't anticipate how much urine could come out of a human in the course of a winter. Just peeing in Taco Bell cups, and we would set him by the door and I would give him a dump. The lawn just started exuding the smell of urine, human urine. So we started trying to, like, dump it areas a little farther away from the house so it didn't smell like it was coming from us. I would take my bucket and dump it by this tree, and it turned out that through the winter it had developed a little tunnel under the snow and ice that led right back to under our house. Winter ended and spring came, everything melted and puddles started appearing until we found ourselves in a lake. Being in this deep of water, pee, and diesel. So we had to rent a pump to pump all of our disgusting water over across the yard to a low area where it could absorb it. It was a big learning curve. We were teaching ourselves to build as we went, and we have the best memories doing it. We did end up selling the tiny house to go be with family. But I still have one piece of the tiny house. That's the backpack that I made. I took down the old curtains and I made new curtains, and I used the old curtains to make myself this little handy grocery sack. So at this point, we are obviously settled into a normal, ordinary apartment, and it's just kind of a waiting game. We have a 2-year plan. We have a lot of plans to rebuild. We need to educate ourselves so that we can buy a piece of property. Not a tiny house this time. We're really looking at the options and trying to learn the zoning information we need to know to buy a piece of property that we can homestead with a earth bag house or some sort of a variation of that. Anyway, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and check out my blog. It's The Tiny Housewife at